Don't You went #1, which I always dreamed to have a #1 song. Like, before the song even went number 50, I made a bet with my team that if the song went to #1, I would skydive. And I knew that getting a #1 song is like winning the lottery. I mean, it's really hard to get to that point with a song. And so at that point, I wasn't even thinking about it. And the next thing you know, it hits #20, and then at 15, and then 10, like, oh my gosh, I really might have to go skydiving, and I'm so scared of heights. And so I ended up, got to #1, and next thing you know, I'm looking 14,000 feet up and looking out the window of an airplane, and there I was, had a #1 song, and it was a crazy ride, and it's such a hard thing to get to #1, but I feel so blessed about that, and it's just been so awesome since, and now I'm able to put out a song like Beat of the Music, and it's been rising pretty quickly for me, and so it's been a sweet year for me so far, for sure. I was asked what I would do if we do get a #1 with Beat of the Music or whatever my next #1 is, and I was scared to make any more bets because I'm not even that much of a daredevil, but apparently I suddenly am, and people think I'm crazy. So I said I would go shark diving, but I said it would have to be in a cage. So if Beat of the Music gets #1, I'll jump in this cage with sharks, not in the cage and not have sharks in the cage, but outside. I'll be in there, and hopefully I survive. I survived the skydiving. I definitely think I can survive sharks. Yeah, Beat of the Music was a song that came about actually a couple years ago. I was in the Bahamas in a little island called Staniel Key, and my brother and I were riding around in this little dinghy boat, tiny boat of our buddy owned, and island hopping, just like there's a bunch of little tiny islands out here, and we're going to feed these pigs that swim, which sounds really weird, but there are swimming pigs in the Bahamas. So we're going to these pigs, and we got this bucket of slop, and we're going towards these pigs, and we're so excited. And then we saw this really beautiful girl floating on a raft, like heaven's light was shining down on her, floating on this raft. There's no one around that area, and we're like, we gotta go see what's going on. We drive our little dinghy boat up closer and closer to that girl, and she's right there on the back of this giant yacht. And these two scary guys like pop up out of the giant yacht, and we're like, okay, we better take this little dinghy boat and just go feed these pigs. And then so we ended up getting to the island and feeding the pigs, and that was really cool. But I told my brother, I said, if I would have ever met that girl, I would like to write a song about how we met and fallen in love with the music. Came up about that, and I wrote that song with a couple buddies of mine when I got back to Nashville. Yeah, and then so once we recorded the song, we picked it as a single. I said, why don't we just go back to the place where I wrote this song from the spot where it was inspired? And we went back to the exact same location in the Bahamas, shot the video. It turned out so well, and we're about to release it right now. And so it turned out great, and we pretty much followed the actual storyline of how it all happened. So it's really cool to actually be able to follow the inspiration all the way from writing the song to the actual music video, and like everything is completely true and real. So it's a pretty special thing. The girl that is in the video is absolutely stunningly beautiful, and I was just so amazed and like blown away by that. So this girl definitely did a great job, and she's a sweet girl. So I enjoyed shooting that video a lot. And my brother was in the video. He was also in the Don't You video. My drummer is in the video, and they're both my friends, just running around the beach, you know, cheering me on to go get this beautiful girl, and it turns out really well in the end. I remember seeing Keith Urban in concert, and I loved his music before, but when I saw him in concert, I was like, I just want to be half as cool as this guy, because he's just such a rock star, and he's I love when you go to a concert and you leave with an experience of something you never experienced before, and he just owns it from the moment he walks on that stage, and I want to be like Keith Urban. I just can't play guitar quite as well as him. I always wanted to have a hit song. I always wanted to have an album come to radio, and I always wanted to tour and just, you know, get on the bus every night and love my job every day. And that's what we did. We toured with people like Miranda Lambert and Dierks Bentley and just so many amazing artists. And then to have a #1 song, it's just going so fast. And I tried to take every day and just soak it in and enjoy it and share it with those around me, my family, my friends, my band, and managers and everybody. And it's just been such a special year. I just want to keep doing this thing and continue to love this job and make music. And you know, I'm just having a blast singing these songs and have people singing them back to me. And so I just want to keep doing that, and it's going to be wild. It's going to be fun.